What's up, everybody? I said earlier this month that I would do some content surrounding Kwanzaa, since a lot of you have expressed interest in learning about the holiday over the past couple of years. The first thing to know is that Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday. It's not like a national holiday of any sorts. Like, it's a completely manufactured cultural holiday. Its origins dates back to, like, I believe the 70s. It was created by a professor who wanted to give African Americans a way to connect with their lost African heritage. So so there are seven principles. Each one is sort of a way to, I guess, live your life is the best way to put it. Um, the way that my family has always celebrated Kwanzaa is that we use Kwanzaa as a way to reflect not only on our year, but also to set goals for what we want to do in the coming year. So yesterday's principle was Umoja, which is unity. Now, for me, as some of you know, I am a content creator, and I have always strove to create sort of communities or create a sense of community in the content creation spaces that I've lived in and worked in. For example, I created something called the Analyst Desk, which I sort of failed and succeeded at the same time last year. Well, originally my goal was to continue doing the Analyst Desk, but everybody has their own plans. Some people fell out of love with esports, some people had other career aspirations, and we didn't really do as much. But as far as like within my fighting game community, I think I've definitely created a community that I have grown and enjoyed working with. I think that has been part of the thing that I've done with EXO Academy. I think EXO Academy is probably the coolest thing I've ever done. I really enjoy working with all of the super talented women that I've mentored over this year. There's the neutral, right? Both the show and sort of the content collective. I did amazing work with Mike Parati. Some of you know him as Doctor. I did stuff with Saga this year. There's also the work I did with Eddie Key. And even though it was brief and somewhat tumultuous, the stuff I did with Advocate. I think this year I've done a very good job of cultivating and working within inclusive communities and really finding a way to bring a lot of people together. And, unity is a really complicated principle for me to reflect on because I've always been one to sort of seek out people to work with and to seek out, communities to build and be a part of. And so it's always been somewhat natural. I'm not very comfortable being alone or working by myself. I like collaboration. I like having people to hang out with. So the idea of of like actively working and building communities is not really a thing that has really been a part of my makeup. So it's one of the principles that I don't think about throughout the year because it's just a natural part of the way that I function. But yeah, so that's Umoja. Oh, I guess I should talk about what I want to do. So I'm doing this thing called Stay Free. Some of you may have heard of it before, but it's definitely different than when you last heard of it. So the goal for Stay Free in 2020 is to basically prove to myself and to others that I can do a year-long project. I will still be doing the neutral, but that's sort of a solo endeavor. Stay Free is the idea. The idea is to create collaborative media with people. It's not just about me working by myself. It's me working with a consistent grouping of people and seeing how far we can take that. So that, I think, is the unity that I'm looking for. I'm looking to pull in some really great creative minds and work with them in 2020 and see what we come up with. So that's Umoja. But this time I'm actually signing off. Tell me in the comment below what Unity has meant to you for this year and what you plan to do to stay unified with your community, your community, your family, your partners, your friends. What do you plan to do to strive for unity come in 2020? All right, until next time, go beyond, plus ultra, and peace.